Welcome everyone to Visualpath IT Services Private Limited. We are based out of Hyderabad. You can check our website www.visualpath.in. We specialize in IT related training across articles of multiple subjects. Most of our trainers are industry professionals who are working in the industry. I'm one among them. I have been associated with Visualpath for at least almost 1.5, 2 years now. And the Visual Path has been working in this specific industry from 2007. We are almost completing 2 decades in training IT professionals in the industry. Okay. And with respect to the total experience, as I said, right, we have almost near to 2 decades. Our primary office is located in Amirpet in Hyderabad. If you are based out of Hyderabad, feel free to go visit our office. All we have, as I said, the trainers, we are all working in an IT company, product based company, service based companies. And the examples, the training sessions that we lead with are relevant industry standard examples. You would also receive the recorded sessions of the classes that we are taking for the courses, so that by chance, see, everyone is busy, everyone is working. So if by chance you miss any classes, you would have the recorded sessions for you to oversee. We have alternate weekends. We have doubt that we can take care for students who are working, and also if they are already working in the same domain. If you have questions, if you're working on a project, we do help you out in particular doubts that you may have. You would be provided a little bit, because the topic that we are covering today, the subject that I take, definitely needs a lot of practical knowledge than just theoretical knowledge. So we will provide you the Microsoft license for all the softwares that you would be using: Power Apps, Power Automate, Copilot Studio, Dataverse, you name it. And we will build the project as well in a similar manner. We will also discuss the concepts, how we will be publishing the apps, how we will be releasing the apps to the clients, and how in the real life you will deal with the error handling situation, which is more critical than building, right? If you go and give an interview today, no one will ask what you have built. Everyone will ask, how did you solve something, right? We will come across a lot of scenarios that we will discuss one by one to see how important it is to deal with any of the questions. With respect to the projects, we will teach 2 real-time projects. Don't think that that is a limit in any way. If possible, I'll try and get even more real-time projects squeezed in. Students should complete one project independently. I'll give the homework, I'll give you the problem statement you would have to work with. If you come across any doubts, or if you're stuck at any point, you can come to me. I'll be able to help you out. We will also help out in building resumes. See, not every student who's joining Visual Path has intention of switching jobs. Few are here to upskill, few are here to test their knowledge, few of here are genuinely trying to shift from one domain to another domain. Okay, you might be coming in from FNO, you might be coming in from a completely different domain. You have never done coding in your life. Some people, I have seen my students who are like, sir, I hate coding, sir, please help us out. I have trained them as well in Power Apps. They have become confident. They are giving interviews. They have got selected as well. So please understand, it's not that we have students coming in from various backgrounds, various locations. We trained students from more than 17 different countries as well. And that's the reason why we have flexible batch timings. People joining in from Canada, Texas, are joining in morning. Evening batches students are mainly India batches. Weekend batches students are the professionals who are working already morning to evening, and they are available only in weekend. For them, we take weekend batches. Remember, we don't hire in bulk for training. We have only few students. It's much more focused, much more individual approach is provided for each and every student that we take. Okay, so that is the whole agenda between how Visual Path arranges the trainings. Now let us get back into specifics of the training that we are taking right now. Okay, this specific training that you are taking is related to Power Apps and Power Automate. Extended, I'll show the syllabus, you'll understand it better. So this is the name of the course that you will be going through. About me, I have been associated with the organization and also in the IT industry. I have more than 12 years of experience, out of which 8 years I've been working in Power Platform and Dynamics CRM. Okay. I'm certified in PL 100, 200, 300, 400. That is relevant to Power Apps. And also in Dynamics, I'm certified in MB 910, MB 920 as well. Okay. I have built more than 2,000 apps. I train students to win hackathons. Hackathons are an event wherein students have to build. When I say students, again, don't confuse, they are all IT professionals with around like 5 to 10 to 15 years of experience in the industry. I train them to win hackathons, build applications fast, and also win. There are cash prizes involved in hackathons as well. So I train students how to crack that as well. I personally have won more than 6 different hackathons globally. Made a good amount of side hustle by winning hackathons as well. So if you guys are like, there are few students who are like, sir, I want to do freelancing, I want to do my own projects. For them, hackathons are a very good starting point where you can showcase your skill. And proficient in English, Telugu, Kannada, and Hindi. Please feel free to talk to me in any language that you are comfortable in. If you feel that I'm really, really fast, you can let me know. If you are like, sir, I have doubt, I would like to ask questions in Telugu, feel free to. Kannada, whichever language you're comfortable, please ask the questions. I know a little bit of Tamil as well. So if you have questions in Tamil, feel free to ask me questions in Tamil. Okay. Now, syllabus, a very, very important aspect of any course. This is what decides if you would be joining or not. Power Platform on a whole has two important topics: Canvas apps and model driven apps. Okay. Canvas app is a rudimentary app development methodology. Model driven app is a slightly complex application development methodology. Okay. Power Automate is an intermediately. It is something which joins multiple applications to automate simple tasks. Okay. We will do a deep dive on Power Automate as well. Power Virtual Agents. Most of the students might not be aware about it. Power Virtual Agents has been decommissioned. Its name is now Copilot Studio Agent now, because Power Virtual Agent has been merged with Copilot so that you can have an agent with AI capabilities. And also we will discuss something called as AI Builder. Not many people teach you this AI Builder. AI Builder is a model specific, model based AI capability which will do specific project, for specific task actually. Okay. You will receive a full in-depth syllabus as well, which you can look into. If someone is interested in Power Pages, let me know. Power Pages is currently not doing that great in the industry. Probably that will be decommissioned very soon because it's very complicated. It involves learning JavaScript, C Sharp, HTML, Ajax. That is mainly for people who already know coding. For them, it will be helpful, but main critical industry is asking at this point of time is model driven apps, Canvas apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents. Okay. Now, few prerequisites. Okay. See, I expect my students to know couple of things. Please understand this because it becomes easier for you to understand as well. I'm expecting that my student who's there on a call right now understands basic knowledge of Microsoft product. Sir, what do you mean by that? That means you have used Excel, PowerPoint, and what is the third one? Word document. That's the least I'm expecting, that you know how to use these three things. Okay. You should have a working laptop. Please don't use your office laptops. Not recommended. We are not responsible if you receive a DLP or a security breach error, because we will be providing a license. Basically, like it will behave as if you are an employee of Visualpath. We will try to mimic as close as to reality as possible. Okay. So please be extra cautious when you're working. Please use your personal laptop. Again, sir, my laptop is 10 years old. Don't worry. It is a cloud-based application. Your laptop's capability is nothing to do with it. If you can open Google Chrome and watch YouTube, that laptop works. Okay. If possible, please have an external monitor. Guys, I'll be very, very frank. Power Apps, Power Automate are all visual tools. You might have all joined the course thinking, sir, low code, no code, low code, no code. But when low code, no code happens, then there is lot of visual intervention that will happen. Okay. You need good amount of space on the screen to work with it. Okay. Minimum borrow a monitor from a friend, borrow from someone who is not using a monitor, but have a monitor is what I'm saying, telling. Why, sir? What would be your biggest advantage? In your smaller screen, you can see what I am teaching. In the bigger screen, you can actually do it alongside me. Don't wait till after class is over. I'll sit for an hour, then I will do. That never happens. Okay. Do it along with me. It'll be much more easier for you to work with. Now, sir, license. How long is the license given by Visualpath to you once you enroll? See, your payment already involves the cost of licensing that you would get. We generally give the license for 60 days from the day of starting the course till 60 days, which means first 30 hours is the duration, 30 to 35 hours, the duration of the whole course. Okay. So after 30 hours, I will teach you how to renew it so that another 30 days. That means you will get another month free of cost, all the licenses where you can do practice. Okay. Again, do as much practice as possible with the license. After that 60 days is over, your email address will be deactivated. Sir, why sir deactivated? Because again, we have to accommodate other students as well. We have to deactivate. Sir, how do I get my own license? That also is included in the class. Only thing is you should have an international credit card, Visa card, not Rupee card. Visa card, if you have, you can definitely get a direct license from Microsoft. Okay. This subject involves less amount of theory, more amount of practical. You have to do deep dive along with me. Okay. That is what we are telling. After 30 days of trial, we will teach you how to renew the license for another 30 days. So again, very this batch involves most of you who are coming from RPA. RPA, for those who don't understand, is robotic process automation. I have had students who are coming from UiPath and wanted to learn Power Automate. There were students who are already Power Automate and wanted to learn Power Apps. Already we have couple of students who are very knowledgeable in tech as well, right? They know coding already. And they were trying to get into Power Apps. See, next slide is something which I usually, next this one and the next one, I'll go first, explain this first, and then we will go to a very nice slide. Wait, I think we removed that slide. Okay, I'll explain that. Okay, so very important thing in for those who students who are not in India right now. For you guys, the certifications becomes critical. Okay, unlike in India, certifications have a great value outside. Okay, if you would like to complete the course, sir, I have done this course. What do I gain out of it? First question, right? I'm giving my money, I'm giving my time. What will I earn in the reverse? My always humble request to everyone is as soon as you complete your course, please try and attempt PL 900. That's the basic certification that you can complete without much of a hassle if you cover the syllabus. There used to be an exam called as PL 100. We were covering this complete syllabus of PL 100 as well, but now, as of last year, that has been decommissioned. Okay, decommission. Microsoft is very weird. They decommission certificates. Okay, so they decommissioned PL. Take a screenshot if you don't know. It's a very good to know knowledge. PL 200 is what you would be targeting next after 900 PL 200. I can guarantee that I will give you the sample questions. I'll give you the website from where you can get the sample questions. Only you complete the 200 questions after the course, you will crack the exam. My ask is very simple. You crack, you have to be in a position to at least enroll. This is not an expensive and I don't earn anything. I'm asking you to enroll directly with Microsoft for exam. Main intention is for people who are not in India, for you, certification becomes critical. Now, sir, what happens to people who are in India? See, here there is practically war going on. Like how you guys are coming in and learning, sir, loco no code, sir, right? But understand this, everyone who is trying to learn about these concepts is doing same exact thing. You should be a niche in that specific level. Sir, what do you mean by niche? Niche means very simple. Along with Power Apps, in which combo do you come? Right? So, as Rajneesh mentioned, right? If someone is coming from project management and he knows Power Apps, I will pay 50 lakhs, right? If someone is coming from development, UI developer already knows Java, JavaScript, and everything, plus he says, I know Power Apps, okay? For him, I can train him to become a Dynamics developer also. The pay goes beyond 70 LPA. Okay, I am a Dynamics developer. Okay, so what happens is that solution architect level knowledge, when it comes, right, it comes in the combination what you know. Always I tell my students, don't try to find something new and try to achieve. What you have plus what you are learning in Power Apps will make very beautiful combination for you. Because roles right now, I am giving interview for KPMG, I'm taking interview for KPMG, I'm taking interview for Accenture, I'm taking interview for all the big four, PwC, right? I see so many students every day. All students' problem is one thing. They don't have foundational knowledge and they come and sit for the interview. We never hire. This is for students in India, pa. Very clear. Outside India, again, things are way too different. You provide a certificate, you fill a form, everything is going good. They will ask some dumb questions. You're sorted. You will study the questions from Glassdoor or Ambition Box. You're sorted. For people in India, it's a chase. So all of you, please try and remember, just getting certification in India, nobody cares. We have people in millions who have certificates. Beyond certificates, all it matters is how much good you can speak, how much good you can take the challenges, how much you can know, what is your further action plan in every project. Okay, and always remember, don't think that my previous whatever experience is done, I will forget it for life. No, use that as your advantage and tell a story to a hiring manager that I come from project management, I come from RPA, but along with that I have started skilling on Power Apps so that it impacts my job emphasis. Again, on a weekend I will sit with each one of you to build a resume. There is something called as ATS. Most of the senior students have zero knowledge about it. So LinkedIn, you might have gone and seen the link, easy apply. Naukri also, click on the link to apply. It would have been posted 15 minutes ago. Already 100 plus applications will be already there. HR is a human being or a robot? So human being. So what they do, they will use a software or an AI called as ATS, which scans for the first layer of your resumes. If your resume doesn't have the keywords, doesn't have the right format, doesn't have the way or the structure that they are looking for, each and every resume will be rated with a number. That is a ATS score. If your ATS score is less than 95, 90 plus in India, your resume doesn't even qualify for first round. Okay. Most of the students, you can do Google right now. Everybody, please. So I'll tell you what applications you should use, what type of resume you should build. We are still stuck in age-old way of so see, there are two types of people. They are very, very old people who will keep their resume same from past 1 decade, just adding one line item extra with experience. There are other set of people who are like over enthusiastic, who will add all the images, photos, certification inside the resume. Both are wrong. Keep it simple, as much clear, and this specific role. right? This specific role, in especially in India, reference works like a charm. LinkedIn waste hai, Naukri waste hai. Right now, see, I'm telling you, as we speak, Accenture has a program on Tuesday for hiring Power Apps people. They are hiring 106 people in Power Apps, location Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, and also Kochi for Kerala. Okay, so there are openings, but 106, it sounds highest number, but think of India, all over India, right? So you're competing. So make sure whenever you're building resume, you build in a right way. Okay, I'll teach you how to do that. Okay, next comes the point wherein we look into.
But one thing is that Naukri is far better than LinkedIn.
That is true, but
Because
Naukri is.
my field, because I've been it's my ninth company right now in my 12 years. So whatever the call I got from is from the Naukri only. I never got any single call from the LinkedIn. I think up to the 8 years, I think, but not a single call.
No, 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 no. You're taking LinkedIn as a very wrong platform. Okay, LinkedIn is for your connection. It's for your reference,
Yes,
for your all age old managers
right.
who are there in the industry. If I wanted to talk to someone in the industry, what I would do is I will make them as a link. So it's a modern day Facebook, pa. But you are very serious about your career. Okay, even
Right.
if you have premium means you can write an email directly to HR, but HR will respond or not, that's in there. However, things are different in Naukri. Naukri, I can tell my personal experience. Okay, some of my very close friends, family also, who are trying to apply on Naukri, they even paid 6,000, 8,000 rupees, but it is very hard to get calls when your luck is
Yes,
bad.
many people have taken premium, but there is no use.
Yeah,
Sometimes the
yeah,
Naukri is.
and they will create a resume and give. Then also you'll not get call.
Yes.
I have seen people going and paying to HR to get into job, but still they post that story in LinkedIn that some student is trying to bribe me and, and gone. So you have to be very cautious and see, go organically. No harm in going organically. My best suggestion is go and apply in company direct portals. Okay,
Hmm.
whatever LinkedIn you see in easy apply, right? If 10,000 people are clicking on easy apply, only 1,000 people have patience to open the actual website and fill the form.
Yes, that is a big concern because
Yeah,
easy apply directly applies in through mobile also. But going to apply and apply, going to the website and again going to the portal and having that filling everything, it takes time. Yes.
exactly. So this is something that I had created for my dynamic structure, but it is equally valid for our Power Apps also. So, sir, how do I climb the ladder in this universe of Power Apps, Power BI, everything? So, Power Platform on a whole has three different regions which you have to cover. One is directly Power Apps, which you already are taking training from me. Power Apps and Power Automate, that is happening for sure. There is something called as Power BI. How many of you have heard about Power BI?
I have.
Ah,
I have.
so Power,
And I do.
beautiful. So Power BI is a visualization tool. So for all this leadership and all this high level management, they will tell no, management is not agreeing. This management people will not have time to sit and watch your Excel. Okay, they would want to see a direct, okay, are we increase in revenue or decrease in revenue? That's it. You do mathematical calculation, but I need a final verdict in a form of a graph. They don't have time to sit and discuss about numbers. They want to see it visually and take a decision. So what happens is people who are below that management level will build a dashboard and present it to management or leadership teams. They will make the decision based on this visualization. Sir, visualization data kahan se aa raha hai? Where is the data coming from? Data is coming from either Power Apps, either Power Automate, or a third party application like SQL or a database, right? Anything it could be. It is collecting all the information, sometimes even multiple sources also, data was also. It is collecting all the information and presenting it to the leader. PL 300. What is it? PL 300 is the certification that you can do for that. I'll show you it here. Certification. I'll minimize this. So here it is. So PL 300 is responsible for Power BI. Sir, what else should I do next after the course? Please try and learn Power BI. You will complete the full circle. Power App, Power Automate, and Power BI. You'll complete the full circle. Now, if you look at any job description in the domain, they will tell that, okay, do you have knowledge about Power BI also? Yes, sir, I know how to design Power BI. Super. Some extra, my students are little bit over enthusiastic also. Students who are coming back also for us. Sir, I completed Power Apps. I completed Power BI. I also completed Tableau. Tableau is a competitor for Power BI. Okay, just like how
Yes.
my RPA students here who know UiPath, right? It's a RPA tool. It is a competitor for Power Automate. Similarly, there is a competitor for Power BI. Okay, so Tableau. If you know both of them, you are best in the industry. And if your background is project management, कितना चाहिए भाई? 50 लाख चाहिए, 60 लाख चाहिए, मिल जाएगा. Okay, so if you have to be jack of all trades, and you should know that genuinely. That is what my ask is. So please consider PL 300. You can study on your own. I am not telling that it is impossible, but it involves a slight amount of coding. I would not even say coding, it involves slight amount of English language. If you are good at English, you can write the code also. Okay, it's called DAX. And if you're good in Excel, you know half of the Power Queries, so you don't have to worry as well. Okay, clear? So Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI is the, I would say, Trimurti or the combo that you have to deal with. Now, sir, how do I get into industry? People who have zero clue what this is, they usually start from Power BI only or Power Apps. So Power Apps also, you would be starting as a Canvas app developer. What is that? Canvas app. Basic, low code, no code structure, simple applications, not more than 4 or 5 screens, very simple UI to design. You'll start as a Power App developer. Now, after few days, your company has a requirement. You have a client who is coming in and asking you, sir, I want to build something, a very custom app. Okay. Then you move to model driven app. Model driven app is slightly tricky. It is governed by lot of rules. See, Canvas, when I tell the name Canvas, where do your mind goes to? Artist, right? That is called Canvas, isn't it? People watching who are painters, you guys might be seeing that painters will be doing on the canvas, isn't it? That is where it comes from. The name Canvas signifies that the complete freedom of designing the way you want without coding. Model driven app is governed by few conditions. Now, what conditions with those things are, that we will study. Okay. So that is the first step. Power BI, Power Apps, you will complete. Power Automate. Sir, why didn't you mention Power Automate here? See, Power Automate is basically like a bridging agent. Okay. It comes inside Canvas app also. Separately also it operates. Inside model driven app also Power Automate is there. With Power Virtual Agents also Power Automate is there. Depending up independently also Power Automate is there. Then there is again people who want to do full research mode on Power Automate. There is also additional just Power Automate can take around 6 months to for you to learn. There is Power Automate desktop, on premise. Lot of in-depth knowledge is also provided there. Okay, which is again beyond the scope of this course, but you will know how to interact with multiple sources. Sir, SharePoint, how do we connect? Dataverse, how do we connect? If I have a SQL server, how do we connect? How do we integrate Outlook with Teams? How do we integrate a data source with Teams or Outlook or SharePoint list, right? These are the generic combination which industry is currently using. Okay, all these things we will cover. Then going to this next stage, sir, उसके बाद क्या? और पैसा चाहिए मेरे को. उसके बाद क्या होता है? The higher you go, the more you earn. I am giving the roadmap because as of now, you guys will be thinking, sir, power up करा दो, job दिला दो, बस, right? See, there is a bigger world out there. You can continue your knowledge on model driven app and get into Dynamics 365 CRM. You might have heard this term before. It is very lucrative job. You can become a functional consultant, then slowly get into technical consultant role, and finally become a developer if you are interested. But there is a but here. You need to learn a couple of things, C sharp and JavaScript. That will teach you and take you to a stage of developer or solution architect. But sir, मुझे नहीं चाहिए sir coding. I'm already saturated right now. I don't have patience to learn. No problem. At least you can reach till functional consultant. Okay, so that's dynamics for you. That's how whole Microsoft universe is programmed. You will even understand what Azure means, what all concepts will come in, all those things. ठीक है? So that's the roadmap for your Power Apps journey. Sir, इसका कोई end है? Microsoft subject touch किया है, so there is no end to learning. You have time, you have patience, you can learn indefinitely. There are multiple channels. You might have heard Azure. Yes, cloud. Anybody from cloud? DevOps guys, है ना? So Azure is a separate wing. Dynamics Power Apps is a separate wing. Then you have separate SQL database guys. SQL wing. Now there is new wing, right? AI wing. So all those things are coming together. There is no end to learning, just like AWS also. Keep learning. And one thing about this one is Microsoft changes software every, guess, any number? How frequently does Microsoft upgrade their software?
3 to 6 months.
Very good. Sankar, good guess.
Actually,
Aunak,
I
Rajnish.
see that new features have been of 3 months.
Ruko. Sankar, ruko. Yashwant, 2 months. Rajnish,
I think 6 months or 1 year.
6 months to 1 year. Super. तारीफ, मोहम्मद तारीफ, क्या guess है भाई?
1 year.
1 year. अच्छा. Srinivas Garu, what is your take on it?
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. Let me tell you, all are wrong. 15 days is a frequent patch that is done by Microsoft. Every 15 days, expect a new feature to be introduced, every new feature to be decommissioned. So, what do I do, sir? Sir, 15 दिन में क्या होता है? हम छुट्टी जाके आएंगे, सॉफ्टवेयर बदल गया. Yes. Unfortunately, Microsoft has a tendency to release 2 patches every 15 days. Not just one, 2 patches. One for Power Apps, one for Power Automate. You have to be extra vigilant. Follow the forums. Subscribe to pages on LinkedIn. I'll tell you what pages you should subscribe. Then you will be updated with what latest is happening. And if you're talking about Power Apps, there are a few folks who you should start following on YouTube. Durrani, what is his name, man? You guys have already heard about him. There is a guy called Durrani. You can subscribe to him. April Daman. I'll give you all the list of people who you should follow and practice from their videos. Don't watch Udemy. All is shit. All is old data. If the data is more than 60 days old, it is obsolete. Please study from the latest. The only source everyone should use is learn.microsoft.com. Make sense? Cool. So, any questions, guys? Now, shoot. जो भी दिल में question है, पूछो. This is the time.
Raj, I have a question.
Yeah, ask.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, before coming this class, I mean, attending this session, I have inquired. I mean, I'm going through these Power Apps. Okay, so I got to know that Power Apps is doing some kind of app development. I mean, okay, I mean, as you said, no code, low code. But we do have other programming languages like Java, .NET, and Python, right? Why people are now most of the company, even if I am applying for RPA, Visualpath also, there are out of 10 companies, 7 companies are looking for Microsoft Power Platform developer do you have knowledge on Power Apps and some other things, UiPath or Power Automate? So why companies are looking into the
Searching
Power
for
Apps
this.
rather than programming language?
Very, 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 very beautiful question. Now, Shankar, you are a CEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll go into an example. You are a CEO. Okay. I am a Java developer. My tech stack, I am the tech stack guy. You get what I'm trying to say. C Sharp, C++, Java, JavaScript, Ajax, CSS. So that is all my resume. Okay. Now we have Yashwant here. He is a project manager. He knows Power Apps. Okay. So what happens now is you have a requirement from your client that they should be capturing some information on their portal. And with that information, you should make a decision. Earlier, what used to happen is before the Power Apps era, a solution, you would come to me, hire me at a very high value cost. You will hire me because my tech stack is super. You'll tell me, Raj, join my company. I'll pay you 50 lakhs. Come to my company. Let's build a software together. Customer has a requirement. So day one, you got the requirement. Within 1 week, you started hiring. 1 month, that guy, after serving his notice period, he joined your company. You are paying him 50 lakhs, 50 lakhs a package. And now he will start sitting with you and building the software. After building the software, another 6 months for building the software and publishing to customer. Customer also makes amendments, no? 8 months, 10 months, 1 year it has taken for implementation of the software. The biggest loss for you is time. Okay. Meanwhile, Yashwant is a product manager in your own company already. Okay. He knows in and out your work. Okay. Now, what he will do is, hey, Yashwant, hey, come here. You know Power Apps. He says, yes, sir, I have done Power Apps. Okay. So, complete the task and give it to the customer. You are delegating as a manager. Okay. You will give him better increment next cycle. But for now, you know Power Apps, start working on it. He can build the apps. He's a project manager. He doesn't know coding. Okay, let us assume that he knows coding. Yashwant knows coding. But let us assume he doesn't know coding and completes that project in 3 weeks and gives it in front of you. Then, not just Power Apps, he will give you Power BI also, ELA, and give you visualization report so that you don't sit and prepare a presentation separately for your client. Now, my ask is, project manager come with Power Apps knowledge. He doesn't need you to govern him all the time. He knows what you want because already part of the organization. Only skill he needed was to know the Power App. Now, project management, he already knows what Scrum means, what regular calls means. He will drive the project. Now, which is easier for you to worry about? Yashwant is much more easier. Raj is very expensive. He is only available for one project. After the project is over, what? You have to pay me, no? Still you have to pay me, no? For Yashwant, he will continue to do his BAU. But he has knowledge on Power App. So what this means is, Power Apps, you don't need to hire someone exclusively. He is already a business professional, knows how a business works. This has attracted people from age of 5 years experience to 30-year experience range low. Whoever is there, for all of them, this is basically a comeback moment. Okay. Bobby Deal laga. Okay, he's coming back in animal, no, like that. It's a comeback moment for them. And second chance, people who never did coding in their life earlier have an option to make a comeback to the industry by learning Power Apps. And it's not that complicated. So and also by being, this is called as a blended role. That's the term in IT, blended role. You are jack of all trades. You know two things instead of one. I don't have to hire Raj. I can give Yashwant 30% hike in the same year than hiring one idiot who will do only one job. Correct? Yashwant also happy. I am also happy. Yashwant knows a new skill. Right? Now, suddenly, if Yashwant was at 30 LPA, his package grew to 40 LPA. Right? I would have given 50 LPA to that idiot. For me, it's a win-win situation. No? Rather than giving 50 LPA for a guy who just does coding, I can do that. And plus, Co-pilot, Ray. Do you think that software engineer is coding anymore? No, he's also using Copilot. GitHub, Copilot, and ChatGPT. Why will I pay money to him? That is what is happening now. Less is more. For companies, it is more advantageous for people with experience, people who know how to deal with, especially millennials are using this really, really well. Gen Z to pagal hai. Millennials, people who are probably like, who are in an age span of like 15 years experience in industry like me, for them it is a advantage. If you are already a programmer, then to you are pandaga only. Got it? That is the change right now. So whoever is in the age group of 15 plus, Power Apps, I have had student who is in 12th standard, right, joining this session. Imagine that. Gen Z also. You will think you are late for the subject. I have had one student, 12th standard. Her father made her join the Power Apps course. Not no, because it's simple, no. That is why I'm telling. Depends on the situation, and it is much more economical for the company. That is where it is advantageous. Cool. Make sense, Shankar?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So
No problem.
Power Apps nothing but we are just making the application development. One of my friend he said that I asked it, what is the use of this Canva and the model driven apps? He said that earlier days, if you wanted to make our interface is good, so we used to do that with CSS, HTML. That is the same criteria we are using it in the Canva and model driven, including with Power. Okay, correct. Okay, that. So I just want to confirm whether my assumption is right. Is
Your assumption is correctly right. And also, okay, let me give you some example. You have heard about the companies like SAP, Salesforce.
yes,
right? They are CRM making softwares. Okay, CRM, customer relationship management. They will track everything about the customer. So not everyone needs a full-fledged application all the time. They need a simple application. Sometimes very basic Power Apps that we have built is for security guards. Okay, a visitor comes to your tech park. He wants to visit for an interview. He comes in, he opens a Power App. There is a camera button. He clicks on camera button. Camera takes a photo. You have to enter the email address of the person you are visiting. You enter that in a Power App. Automatically, it will print out. Okay. See, it can be Power Apps can be integrated with third-party hardware also. That's one amazing thing, and it runs on phones and tablets as well. Okay, I'll teach you how it works on phones and tablets. So you take a printout, stick it on your shoulder, enter. No human intervention, right? Before, sir, किससे मिलने आया है, अपना लैपटॉप का नंबर डालो, ईमेल का नंबर डालो, इंटरव्यू पे आए हैं क्या? No questions. You're filling the details automatically. है ना? So such examples. Yes, Mr. Sri. Yeah, go ahead. Srinivas, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what is the data source we are using for this training?
Very nice. Data source for this one is Dataverse. So Dataverse is going to be Microsoft proprietary data source, which is much more capable than any other data source at this point. We will also use SharePoint as an example, but Dataverse, think of it as a SharePoint Pro Max.
This is like SQL servers.
It's a SQL Server is much more a two-layered database. This is a proper what do you call it? It is basically SharePoint, Srinivas.
Okay, it is basically.
So it is a visual database. So you can see it. It is unlike you don't even have to define primary key, secondary key. It will auto-generate a GUID to map itself. Relationships are auto-created. So to keep the concept of database as away as possible, they have used Dataverse. You don't have to worry about primary key, secondary key, nothing. And also, lot of columns will be created automatically when you start building a table. So basically, it is to avoid as much database concept as possible. You will not even feel that this is a database. Think of it as an Excel. That's it. Not beyond that. But it's very nice. And knowledge of data hours is actually one of the keywords in the job portals.
Okay. I have one more question, but I am not very currently we have one. Okay. Currently we have one .NET application. Okay.
Mm.
So backend is SQL Server. In coming days, we are planning to keep the database as SQL. Yeah.
Okay.
But we want to change the UI to Power Apps or Power Platform. But I am not very sure. In the C# we can write whatever we want, like complex logic, link use, lambda expressions, whatever. So
See, if
is it
for
possible to
model-driven app, no, it is not possible. See, Canvas app will not be able to handle such so much. How big is the database? So how many tables is it at least?
we have nearly 30 to 40 tables.
Then Canvas app will not be able to handle it. And model-driven app works only on a condition that it has the data stored in Dataverse. So that's the drawback. So either you move the existing data from whichever data source it is to Dataverse for easy handling in model-driven app, or you create what do you say, UI front? I think what kind of UI is it?
It's a
For
desktop
customers or for
application as of
internal?
now. Internal.
Internal or internal one? Oh, then it is fine. Then it is fine. Internal means you can actually build some kind of a ERP system or a CRM system. You can build a model-driven app. So you have, if you're talking about this, you can suggest to your company that, hey, if we want to use a model-driven app, then we have to migrate the existing database to Dataverse.
Okay. And we have several stored procedures as well. And I mean, I don't know, just this is very new to me, the Power Apps thing. We can able to access the SPs from the .NET side, right? Is it possible to, I mean, what they are planning is they want to keep the database as same, that is SQL, and they want to change the UI.
Not possible.
But
Not possible.
not possible. Okay.
Not possible because Canvas app handling capacity doesn't have capacity. See, beyond 4 tables, it will crash.
Oh, beyond 4 tables.
Canvas will crash. Canvas will crash. Okay. And beyond, because there is a limitation of 3000 rows for you to view at a point. That's it. Beyond that,
Few of my tables contains more than 10,000 rows.
Then it is impossible. You have to migrate it to Dataverse and get it into model-driven app. The model-driven app can handle more than 6,000 tables at a time.
Okay.
So
we can write
that's its
SPs as well,
capacity.
right? In the model driven, I mean, like Dataverse.
Yeah,
So
I think so. Yeah, I think so. That's you have to see if there is an option to just do some Google search, see if the migration from existing SQL Server to Dataverse is possible. I think SSIS packages, Kingsway Soft will be able to help you out. But you have to migrate is what I believe. And Dataverse is an expensive connector or a data source.
yes, I think I already have that connected.
Give it a try.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll try.
Yeah, 100%. Any other questions, guys? See, one thing you have to remember.
I do have
Yeah.
follow-up.
Ask.
Yeah, please.
No, ask.
Yeah. I understand that Power Apps is doing it for app development. I mean, earlier days we have to do it with Java, Python, I mean, .NET, right? But
Correct.
why? I mean, as I know that it's a very lengthy code in Java, .NET, and Python. But in the Power App, we have to just do the drag and drop.
That's it.
So what is this? What is the security other than this Java, Python, Power App provide?
What is the security?
Because, yeah, security. I mean, security means data. I mean, it should not go any kind of vulnerability.
SSO, governed under Microsoft. You don't have to break your head. No, your Windows Authenticator on your app itself is a security. So Same, see, ease of usage is the biggest advantage. See, already your company will have Office 365 package installed on your Lenovo or Dell laptops.
Correct. Correct.
Correct. Huh? After that,
Yeah.
Lenovo will come and say, hey, whichever company, your XX company, you're already buying so many license from me. I'll give you 1 year free subscription of Canvas app and model driven app. Date hours, if you need it, let me know. I will give you that as a bundle. For 2 years, they will give the taste of the software. Once you are started using, see, you don't need a separate email address. You don't need separate teams. You don't need anything separately that has to be created. Existing company email address. Only thing is license will be assigned by the admin team to you. That's it. And your common SSO, your Windows Authenticator will be acting as a two-factor authentication to get into the app. Beyond that, if anything infringement happened, who is responsible?
Yep.
Microsoft, no. You blame it on Microsoft. And I'm 100% sure in past 12 years, thankfully, none of my apps are hacked. Security infringement has happened. They have row level security in Dataverse. Imagine that row level security in SQL. Even SQL doesn't provide that. One by one row, also I can hide it from other people. So it is much followers last. Yeah, ask it, Rabinder.
Yeah. What is the future using this Power App? Because most of the companies are even out of 100, 90% companies are using the Power Apps.
So the future is
What?
actually very, as I said, future is really bright. This is a bandwagon that you have to get into. There are two set of people right now. Coders are moving into AI because they are not seeing job opportunities in regular programming knowledge. That's why they are getting into, sir, I want to get into agentic AI. I want to go into Copilot AI. I want to do chat GPT, all those things. So they are coming under DevOps structure. So development plus operations, they're also trying to get into a blended role. Okay. Second set of people like us who are into who want to get into development, who are good in project management, business management, or coming from a business structure or a finance background, want to get into this structure, the life is really good. Reason is you don't need a training on how a business works. You already know how a business works. Okay. Probably you're in a company where you have already served 10 years. Okay. Now the task is very simple. You upgrade yourself with the wind. Right now, it is basically like YouTube bubble. Everyone is doing YouTube for earning. No, you have to get on this bandwagon and fly with it as of now. Then it will slowly move towards Copilot and Dynamics. Once you get into that domain, there is no stopping you. Another 10 years, at least you will have a guarantee of jobs. Or else, if you don't upskill, you are like, sir, I will do what I'm doing right now, then there is a problem. If tomorrow one competitor or a Gen Z comes up, sir, I know Power Apps, sir. Not even he passed out from their engineering college, final year student. 12th standard student is joining this means you understand that they are really fast. They will hijack the job at a package of 4 lakhs. Now, that will cause what? That will cause the salary packages to go down. So we have to get on the bandwagon as soon as possible, take the lucrative salaries as soon as possible, and you should not stop once you got the job. You have to upskill more. Now it is unlike previous jobs. It is not like government jobs. Once you know the structure, you are done with it. You keep on upskilling yourself. That is what the aim is. So at least for next 10 years, Dynamics, Power Apps is nowhere else to go. It is here to stay. It's up to you how much you can go deeper and how many combination permutation you can do with these applications, right? And also one more thing is knowing one item is not sufficient in industry right now. Just to do one homework, everyone, before you join the course also, go to LinkedIn, type Power Apps. Whatever I have told, Dataverse, Power BI, Tableau, projects, dynamics, okay, you will find all these keywords in the JD. Do that is the homework. Once you feel that, sir, you're telling is right, then you come back to Visualpath and tell them, sir, I'm ready for the course. Do some research on your own. See if it suits you. Okay. And also, I need students who are committed. 30 days means 30 days. Proper doing practical along with me, because if you join and if you don't practice, that's not on me. You have to join and do practice along with me, and I'm happy to spend more time. I usually extend my class even for 1 more hour also, no problem. But my intention is very clear. You have to practice it, and don't stop after the course is done. Sir, course ho gaya, I know everything. No, you don't know nothing. Still, there is lot of permutation combinations you can do. Just to give you an example, Power Automate has more than 480 examples. There are more than 300 templates. Imagine what all combinations can be seen in the real life, right? So please spend that time. It is a very good and it's a very happening technology. Only thing is Power Pages is failing. Power Pages was actually meant to replace what do you call it, WordPress and HTML coding, but no one is so skilled in .NET MVC5, C Sharp, Class Builder. No one knows about it. Industry also doesn't need anyone who will build a Power Page for more than 8,000 rupees per month and again pay for as usage. So no one goes for Power Pages. Power BI, Power Automate, and Power Apps. These three combo. We will also cover Dataverse, as you can see here, and AI Builder, which is very rare that anyone learns or teaches. I'll teach you what AI Builder is. Data connectors, multiple data connectors combination we will cover. So that is the take on it. Ask questions, Ray. I am still here. Bindas, you have some, sir, koncha inka doubt on the ask. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Rag, I see. Microsoft Power Platform means Microsoft Power Platform means you have shown in the PPT, right? Power BI, Power. Where
Oh,
Dynamics 365 is coming.
very, 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 very good question. So dynamics. So you can you have to understand that. Again, guys, I need 5 more minutes from you. If you guys are interested, I'll show you something. So this is Power Apps. Huh? Ignore Power Automate and Power BI for now. Just Power Apps. There are two types of Power Apps. That is what I'm telling. Canvas apps, and second one is model driven app. Now, the question about Dynamics is CRM. See, Dynamics also two types of category, CRM and FNO. So in Dynamics CRM, what happens is, or even FNO also, they are a subset of model-driven apps. So what Microsoft, see, model-driven apps building timeline was around 3 months. How much? 3 months. So what Microsoft did is, okay, so people like Raj sir are taking 3 months to build. Let us do one thing. Let us build a ready-made template. Okay, so they made initially they made 16 templates for developers. For general public, there are 11 templates right now. Okay, sir, where are these templates? Okay, I'll show you one after the other. One by one. Sales, marketing. Okay, sales, marketing, then operations, field service. Sir, what are these things? Again, there are still more etc. Sir, what are these 11 templates that you are telling? So if I go to the website, okay, I'll open a website. I'll search for Dynamics 365. 365 CRM. Okay. If I open the website, anything, okay. Products, if I click on products, sales, customer insights is marketing, customer service, contact center, field service, supply chain, commerce, finance, project operations, HR, business central. All of these things, all 11 are model driven app, ready made templates. Now, any organization in the world can be classified into either one pillar or a combination of two pillars. Okay, you are getting the point, right? For example, Tata. Tata is a manufacturer of cars. Tata comes under sales and service because you're not just buying a car, you're also going there for service. They will also do marketing also for their new car. Sorry, Tata Sierra is being launched. They will create all that hype around it. So instead of you building everything from scratch, Dynamics gives you licenses to directly purchase sales, marketing, and customer service and change the software according to your requirement. So, what happens here is model driven app will act like an app store for you. Okay. Model driven app will act like an app store for you rather than building A to Z application. What you will do? You will buy any one or two or three. You can buy all 11 also for one customer. But I don't think there is any customer who will do everything. They are doing either two or three things at a time. Correct? So any company in the world can be classified into those 11 pillars. So in dynamic CRM, what happens? It will either be a combination of these separate templates. What is the job of user at this point of time? Just editing the template according to your customer. You are not creating everything from A to Z. That is not your task. Model driven app that I teach in this course, you will be building A to Z. Foundation. So who is the mother of Dynamics? Model driven app. What is model driven app? Power Apps. Got the point?
Yes, sir. You mean to say that it's a kind of pre-built application. So whatever we need, we have to just use that and utilize, and we can do the command injection, am I right?
Customization, correct. So employee number, SKU, products will be different, manufacturing will be different. Only change what you need to change. Rest all will be exact same copy. Now you got an idea why Dynamics, why Power Apps. So basically, Power Apps is your general physician, Bukhar, high temperature, you're not well, you go to Power Apps. Sir, I need a cardiac surgeon, means you go to Dynamics guy. Specialization. Now, not every developer will be specialized in all 11. I personally am specialized in 7 templates. There are still 3 more in FNO, which is done by some other sir. So 7 is a very big number, to be very frank. People only do specialization in 1 or 2. Okay. So depends on how more you can go. And packages in your wild dreams, you would not have imagined in your wild dreams. And this is a software which replaces Salesforce. And you know what Salesforce is. And it's a Microsoft product. Now you tell me the roadmap. Correct? Huh? So, again,
Yes, Samir.
so there is no limit to it. You're competing with Salesforce. People are migrating from Salesforce to Microsoft Dynamics. So, Power Apps is a foundation for everything. Sir, I don't know anything, sir. I don't care about all these things. Learn Canvas app and Power Apps. See, test the water. If it is your piece of cake, feel if it feels good, deep dive into Dynamics, deep dive into Power BI. You will get jobs very easily. Then you will be able to take interviews also. Okay, I will personally give 50 top questions that are asked in the interview because I am an interviewer. Probably you will sit in one of my interviews. So I can tell you very clearly, Aram se go ahead and learn. And this is the right time. If you want to upskill, this is not a hard subject. I am not a person who will teach you coding. No, I'll teach you the right way to learn this topic. Then from there, where you want to go is up to you. If I'm still there I'm teaching Dynamics, you are most welcome to join my own class. Again, after 2 months, sir, Power Apps, I'm sorted, sir. Now let's go for the next stage. I will only be there. Okay? Any questions? दिल में जो बात है बताओ. Ask me.
How can we decide if an application can be developed in Power Apps or not?
Very good. So it is all decided on the limitations, not the capabilities, on the limitations. If data source capability is a limitation, don't use Canvas app. Model driven app, direct problem is you need to have data source as Dynamics, Dataverse, sorry. So you can't use any other data source except Dataverse for model-driven app or for Dynamics also. So it works only on one data source. So you have to do migration from whatever data source you are using to Dataverse. If you don't want to do that, test it out with Canvas app. If it works, well and good. If it doesn't, then it's a problem. And I can 100% tell you there are ways in which you can optimize Canvas app. Okay. But again, if you are telling me that, Raj, there are more than 1,000 rows, 3,000, well, there are more than 10 tables, then Canvas app will slightly lag. And indexing doesn't happen properly. You can't search the fields. So instead of writing select statement, here you will be doing visual search, right? So that will not do proper indexing. Even though the data is there in your data table, it will not search the value.
Okay.
So we will go through the differences of Canvas app and model-driven app. We have notes also for that. Power apps.
Raj, you mean saying that can't be. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go. Yeah, go for it, ma. No, go for it.
Yeah. You mean to say that can't we develop the complex use cases or project in the Power App? Is there
Yeah.
any limitation?
Limitation. Yeah.
Yes, there are limitations. See, you take a screenshot of this differences. Okay. So the limitations will all see for any application, there are limitations. It all depends on the source, not the UI. Okay. So even Canvas app can connect to multiple sources, but again, there is a limitation for it as well. You can't treat, see, this is a UI, right? If I'm doing select statement in a command prompt or something like that, then it would have not a problem. But when you have to load results in a UI form, there is always a limitation. And it has to have a cache memory to load information out of a list of probably 10,000, 20,000 line items. Power BI doesn't have limitations because it doesn't store values. It directly connects to sources. But Canvas app and model-driven app have limitations. And what limitations? Does it work with existing data source or should I move the data source is what you have to look into.
So, for example, if my grid contains of 3,000 rows, usually I'll show them as the pages. Okay. Is it possible to load those 3,000 rows into Power App or not?
Power App,
basic concept.
which one? Which one? That is the question. So Canvas app, yes, it will load. I'm telling you, see, loading is not a problem, pa. Load, you can load all 15, 20 tables. When it comes to your select statement, right? When you do a search,
From the
you're getting the point. So if you write a search statement or a filter statement, it will not do indexing.
Okay, it will take longer time than expected.
Because right now per second it will load only 3,000 entries.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
means if there are more than 3,000 line items, then it will take 15 minutes, 10 minutes. That is not you want from an app, right? You need faster responses. So Canvas app might not be your piece of cake. Then you will be like, okay, model driven app, infinite capability.
Okay.
But condition, come to Dataverse, buddy. That is Microsoft's way of doing things. They don't want you to be in the existing data source. It's a way, they are trying to get you onboarded with Dataverse. That is what they are doing. It is possible. Believe me, initial days it was possible. They have purposefully made model-driven app. Once you are used to Canvas app and model-driven app, you'll be like, you will only persuade your manager, sir, let us move to model-driven Dataverse. Because no concept of database comes here. No primary key, no relationship to be defined. You don't have to burn our headache. Parent-child concept relationship will be defined. That's it. You don't even have to worry that, okay, sir, where do I find the primary key? There are none values. How would I do it? No problem. The Dataverse table or the Dataverse database is so strong, it creates a hexadecimal. Listen to this. Hexadecimal GUID, so that it can map to other tables. So the chances of not having a primary key is like practically zero. You don't even have to worry about it. Why they have done this, sir? to avoid all the concepts of database. So when we'll start learning about the dataverse, right, you'll be like, sir, what is this? This is not a database at all. You'll say. The problem is they have built it such a way to avoid and for see, think from a budding developer, okay, who don't know what database is. You guys know what SQL is, you guys know what Oracle DB is, MongoDB is. But for a budding guy who has no clue what database is, for him database is Excel, no? Right? So for accommodate them, Microsoft has taken this leap of faith, and it is working. To believe me, you'll see they will request migration to Dataverse is one of the requirement in JDs also. So
Okay.
that is where the things are picking up really fast. Okay, questions again? No problem. Ask
Yeah.
questions. I'm here.
Again, I have one more.
Ask ma.
Is it possible to load, I mean, load into Dataverse tables by using the SSIS packages?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to understand the architecture of I would say Power Apps. For that, just look into architecture diagram. You will understand it better. SSIS packages use either Kingsway Soft or something to load or move the data from there to here. Ideally, that is not in this specific course. I'm not teaching migration because we need a source also, right? We don't have a source right now. So if you already have
Currently,
a
what
source,
we are doing is we are loading some data from Oracle to SQL Server tables by using the SSIS packages. So if we plan to move SQL Server to Dataverse, then I want to load data from Oracle to Dataverse.
yeah,
Okay.
that's much more easier.
Okay.
Skip the SQL directly from Oracle
Yeah.
to Dataverse. You move.
Data.
That's it. You will also save money on the SQL license.